I have a simple skincare routine that you need to steal. Most people either make their skincare way too complicated or way too inconsistent for their goals. However, if you incorporate these three simple skincare routine processes, it can provide a good base for good skin for years to come. Number one, cleanser. Cleanser is very important. At the end of the day or when you wake up, you got to cleanse your face and moisturize. Essentially, you're going to get rid of all that dirt and grime you have accumulated during the day or during the night. I would highly recommend using a gentle cleanser, one with less ingredients. I prefer to use Vanity Cream. I'll have a link down below if you want to check it out. Because honestly, I have sensitive skin, and when I use a lot of different cleansers with like harsher ingredients, like it does like kind of burn my skin. Initially I thought that was like a good thing, like it's working. However, skincare should have never hurt. So I highly recommend using a very gentle cleanser like Vanity Cream. In addition, let's say you wear sunscreen during the day. You gotta take that sunscreen off too. So you can't just use the Vanity Cream cleanser. If you use a mineral sunscreen, you really need to use an oil-based cleanser. So essentially you would start with the oil-based cleanser to take off that physical slash mineral sunscreen, and then you go back with the regular cleanser to get all that off. And again, we're just cleansing the face here. This is only part one. Now on to part two, we gotta moisturize. So back in the day, I used to have a lot of different type of moisturizers. I used to actually do an AM and a PM moisturizer, like specifically made for AM and PM. Over time, I found that sometimes these moisturizers actually made my skin kind of like ting, like slight pain, like it'll tingle. And I realized again, another big mistake in my skincare, not career, but lifetime. As lifetime, I don't know, but a skincare journey is that skincare shouldn't hurt again. So I started switching to a more basic moisturizer. Like personally, I use CeraVe. I found it to be actually very nice. Just sticking to one moisturizer and keeping it simple. And honestly, it doesn't even hurt my skin. I've been using it all the time, and my skin feels great after using it. I just slop it on there. And review. So far, we got cleansing, moisturizing, and now we're gonna go into using a retinol or retinoid. Now, retinols are very important, and there's of course, lower grade retinols, higher grade retinols, and then eventually get to tretinoin. But let's just keep it very simple. These are just fundamentals here. We're going to start with a low strength retinol, and essentially we're going to use it once or twice a week when you first start using it, and you only use a small amount, like a pea-sized amount, and you usually do it after moisturization. Essentially, you moisturize, use a retinol, and moisturize again. If you feel, a little sensitive, you can moisturize more over the course of the day because it will make your skin dry. Your skin needs to get used to it essentially, and it's like a long term, long haul, consistent way to get improved skin. And this is a thing you'll see gains for like years to come. This is nothing like, oh, if you use it once, like you'll see the results of it like tomorrow. Honestly, you will actually, your skin will get worse once you start using it, because it's called the purging phase. Essentially, it's like pushing all the dead skin cells out and regrowing new ones from down under. I can get more in depth with it, but we'll just keep it very simple. Essentially, you want to cleanse your skin, moisturize, and then use retinol. And again, what I use all the time when I first started is down below. Right now, I actually use a tretinoin, which is like the highest grade. But I highly recommend not starting with that because you will regret it a lot. I'll probably make a video about this later. But again, so as a summary, I want to go through this again. You want to cleanse your skin, then you want to moisturize, and then you want to use retinol. And I want to emphasize that the retinol is a very long-term gain, and you will start, it's called the purging effect. I don't want you to be caught off guard by that at all. Like, your skin will get worse before it gets better. And I actually made a whole video how to lessen this purging effect and make sure you get less acne during this retinol use when you first start. You can click right here. And again, thanks for watching, and I'm proud of you.